Hello and welcome. It is the end of the month, so I will talk about what I read for February and what I will plan on trying to read in March. It's not going to be very many books, nor did I manage to make very many videos in February. There were several reasons. Life gets busy. I had my birthday, I got sick. My husband and I are rewatching The Office, so some of the times when I would have normally been reading, I was watching The Office with my hubby instead. But I did finish Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. I did enjoy this better than any of the three Farseer books. Of the Realm of the Elderlings, I have read the Farseer trilogy and now Ship of Magic. Ship of Magic is a larger scope epic fantasy, more main character point of views, which is fine, but it does take longer to feel like the book gets going because there's so many more characters to introduce and get us used to. I also noticed that it felt like it just ended kind of in a weird place. It didn't feel like a self-contained story just by itself. It felt like if the three books were put together as one big book, Ship of Magic was just like the first third of it chopped off into one volume. So it did really make me want to immediately read the second one, but I'm not. I'm reading other stuff first. It does seem that Hobb is very knowledgeable with nautical terms and how things go on a ship. I didn't feel like I was reading somebody who likes ships, but somebody who knows about ships. And every point of view character seemed real motivations, real things that they were struggling with at that stage of their life. So there's four main Vestrit women in the same family, a young teen, a couple of young adults who are the sisters, and then the mom. And in all their different phases of life, it seems that Robin Hobb really understands what each of those women would be going through. Then you have the pirate captain, the abusive father, the young teenage son who's been whisked out of the life he was in to join the crew that he doesn't even want to be part of, and every single one of those characters was so well done. And I know that I said my new most hated character was in Assassin's Apprentice, but I probably have a new one now, and I will talk about that when I make my first character study video from the Ship of Magic. The books that are in progress and I am currently reading are Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I said I wasn't going to prioritize it, but I'm really enjoying it. I do wish I had a physical version of the book instead of the audiobook, but it's fine. I'm over halfway through. I am really enjoying the relationship between the two main characters. I feel like I can really identify with Emily herself, and I'm really looking forward to finishing that and making some videos for that one. Also in progress, The Fires of Heaven. Book 5 from the Wheel of Time. You can tell it's in progress because it's naked. I always remove the dust jacket when I read a book. It gets in the way, it slips off, it gets wrinkled. If I'm going to spill or get fingerprints or anything, I would rather have it happen to the unclothed book, and then I can put the nice, new looking, pretty dust jacket back on to put it back on my shelf when I'm done. As you can see from my bookmark, I am not very far yet. Less than 100 pages so far. And there has been a lot of going over previous things to make sure we haven't forgotten anything, which is good. It's going to take a long time to get through this series. So at less than 100 pages in, not a lot has happened yet. We're kind of getting a glimpse at a few different characters and what they're up to since the last book ended. So far, book 4 has been my favorite. So we will see how book 5 holds up compared to the previous ones so far. And so as my wrap up bleeds into my TBR for March, because I still need to finish Emily Wilde and The Fires of Heaven, I may or may not get to Skyward. I said I was going to listen to the audiobook. It can be kind of difficult for me to really get into an audiobook. Nobody reads the book with the same inflection and emotion that I would in my mind. I also have to find time to listen, and a lot of times I just prefer a physical version. So I went to the library and got this. I am going to be really honest. I am only picking this up because the next box from the Year of Sanderson is from this universe and I know nothing about it. But if my March swag box arrives before I have started this, I'm probably gonna skip it. If I can squeeze it in March, I will. Otherwise, I will move on to things that I would have chosen and put in priority order above this anyway. I do like science fiction, but I tend to like watching science fiction and reading fantasy. I'm willing to give it a shot and see how Sanderson does on young adult sci-fi. I like his fantasy, so I will give it a shot. Those are the exact same 4 books that I talked about in my February TBR. I knew I was feeling ambitious. I'm not disappointed with how much I read, and the next one will have new books on it, okay? A promise. I am on Instagram if you would like to follow me there. My link is in the description, and I hope to see you back here for some more videos later. See you next time. Bye.